Then we had the 6-man tag between Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shapoopy against Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Jeff Cobb, who was stuck into the spot because Brian Keith got some kind of injury that I didn't hear explained. And before the bell, the fans were chanting, "Please retire," at Jericho lightly. They weren't even really adamant about that because they know it's fruitless. It's hopeless to ask. They're just, we're not going to even make noise. And Jericho tried to get some heat off of that. And then, I got to be honest, it looked long on fast forward. I don't know. By this point, I've just, why? Why? Right? Finally, Joe got sleeper on Cobb and Shapoopy got sleeper on Big Bill. And Hook hit Jericho with a Judas effect, his own move, and 1, 2, 3. So that's Jericho's way of paying back Tony Khan for all the TV time he's sucked up for the last little while with his learning tree bullshit. Oh, but I'll put one of your young guys over, Tony. And he did just like he did Action Andretti. Are we going to remember this 2 weeks from now? And the bigger question, Brian, is there 8 more years of this left on that 10-year contract Jericho signed, so he'll be making millions of dollars from Tony until he's in his early 60s?
Oh, I don't know if there's that many years still left. I forget when he signed it, but his stuff
There's got to
so
be
bad.
at least 7. Got to be at
It's
least
so bad
7
right
left.
now. It's go away heat like he's never had before. And I know he thinks he's leaning into it and making it work for him. I don't think he understands reality. And it takes over his matches. Not heat because he's going to do something to his opponent. Heat because he's still wrestling. And Big Bill's acting like a clown. The only one I actually say I've kind of gotten a kick out of in this, or at least it's made me see him a little differently, is the guy who can't wrestle, Brian Keith. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about him walking out there with his hat on I like.
Well, and also he's like 5'2", but he's got this mean face on like he's a badass. And with the hat, yeah, I agree. At least you might want to look at him. Poor Big Bill stuck in this thing, but that's the deal is that Jericho, he what you said, he doesn't believe that he's leaning into it. He is doing that so that he can tell Tony, and that's really the only audience he needs to impress. See, they're reacting to it. Anyway, who won? Yes, that's right. Hook won. He beat Jericho with, see, I'd forgotten already.
With the Judas effect.
With the Judas effect. 7 more years.
We just shaved 1 year off. We're making progress.
Well, I said at least 7.